What's going on, guys? I'm Mr. Golden Gamer and I make gaming videos that nobody watches. If you weren't aware, last week Activision put out a patch on all of the old Call of Duty games, meaning like the Xbox 360 Call of Duty games, to fix their matchmaking. Their matchmaking has been bugged for quite a while. Not really sure what was wrong with it, but even if there were players online, you would really struggle to find a match, and it's fixed now. And once people heard about this, they all flocked back to the old Call of Duty games, and I love to see it. It's absolutely surreal to see in 2023 on the Xbox store, the top selling paid game is Black Ops 2, immediately followed by Modern Warfare 2 from 2009, the original, Black Ops 1, and Modern Warfare 3. I'm talking the golden era of Call of Duty, in my opinion. You might think otherwise, but I think it's fairly universally agreed upon that those four games are the peak of the Call of Duty series, and I've been having a lot of fun going back and playing Modern Warfare 2 from 2009, and I think this is one that I was really excited to get to play again, because whenever this game was in its prime, I was 12 years old, and I was so young to the point where I didn't really get how to play Call of Duty properly, if that makes sense. I wasn't very good. I was probably camping a whole bunch and just kind of waiting for kills to fall into my lap. It wasn't until Black Ops 1 where I started to really understand how to play Call of Duty, like how the spawns work, navigating the map in a way that makes any sort of sense. I just started to get how to play Call of Duty at that point. And now that I go back with, I guess it sounds really cheesy to say, but the experience that I have under my belt of all these years of playing Call of Duty games, it's been super fun to go back and play this and experience what this game actually is, and I'm having an absolute blast with it. Back in 2009 and 2010, when this game was in its prime, I played on the PlayStation. In fact, I didn't even have an Xbox until Black Ops 1, so basically this account is fresh. I never leveled up an Xbox account on MW2, so I'm getting to do everything basically for the first time. Leveling up, unlocking guns, doing challenges for pro perks, challenges for different weapon attachments. It's awesome. Like, I'm getting the full experience of what the game was in its prime all these years later, and I think a lot of other people are having the same experience, because if you look at the lobbies, there are so many low levels, non-prestiges, people starting from scratch, and it's almost like the player base of this game is new. It's like a new game to a lot of people. At least it feels that way looking at these levels in the lobby. It feels that people just bought these. Also, side note, the gameplay here. I mentioned that I'm doing challenges and stuff. This NoobTube stuff was for a challenge. I don't remember what I unlocked for doing this challenge, but I know I needed 20 grenade launcher kills, so don't be mad at me. It was for a challenge, I promise. This is also the first time that I've played with a controller in quite some time, and that took a lot of getting used to. It was kind of miserable at first. It's absolutely crazy switching between keyboard and mouse and controller. Like, I used to think keyboard and mouse was so difficult, and now that I switch away from keyboard and mouse after doing that for like 3 years now, back to controller, it's like, oh my god, it's so hard to play with a controller now when I was so comfortable with it before. But I think I've really at least gotten used to the controller again. I'm feeling at home on the sticks again, so that's nice. This gameplay as well, you notice we have the soundtrack in the background. As I was recording this, I was listening to a podcast, and it kind of recorded the podcast audio along with the game audio, so I didn't want to have that in there. But anyway, shout out to Biggest Problem in the Universe, because that's a podcast I was listening to. Great show. To make this whole situation even better, Microsoft has the green light to go ahead with the acquisition of Activision. Meaning that in just a few years, I think they said they're shooting for 2025, all of these old Call of Duty games will be a part of Xbox Game Pass, which means more people will have access to these old games and hopefully populate the servers and keep these games alive. Because I think that's all we want to see. We want to see these games have some kind of player base, because after all, these games are a part of our childhood and we don't want to see them go away, ever. I want to know what you guys think down in the comments. Are you guys excited to see these games have this resurgence? Are you going to hop on these games? Are you going to rebuy them if you don't have access to them currently? Are you going to wait till they're on Game Pass? And if you're on PlayStation, I'm just sorry to hear that, man, because it seems that Xbox is the team to be on at this point. I think console wars are stupid, but I think this is a big deal, this Activision acquisition. Anyways, I'm Mr. Golden Gamer, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.